So today I guess I'm going to talk to you guys about why I decided to go to cosmetology school, why I chose the school that I chose, and a little bit about my journey to this point. I guess I'll start by introducing myself because I don't think I've ever done that on any of the old videos that I deleted. My name is Kyla. I am from New Orleans, Louisiana. I currently live in Atlanta, Georgia. I've already gone to school. I went to culinary school in Florida, so I lived in Florida for 2 years prior to living in Atlanta, and now here I am in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a Christian. I feel like I'm coming to a point in my life where I really know what I want to do, and I'm excited to be able to vlog about it and share my life and some of the things that I like with other people who might have similar interests. I love to write, but being the way my life is right now, I really just don't have the time, and I really would rather vlog because I find it to be more fun. So that's, I guess, a little bit about me. I am natural. Right now I have on a wig. Usually this time of year is when I start to do protective styles. I don't really do a lot of protective styles. I usually wear my hair out in twist outs. I don't do wash and goes. I hate them because they really knot up my hair really, really bad. But sometimes I do protective styles, usually when it's getting close to fall and winter. And this is what I did last year, and I really, really love it. I love wearing wigs because I get to change it up, and it gives me a different look. It's fast, it's quick, it's easy, and it's very inexpensive. So I actually went to culinary school in 2008. I always loved to cook. I always enjoyed cooking at home with my parents, but when I actually got into culinary school and started working in the restaurant environment, I began to realize that cooking is something that I liked and that I enjoyed, but not something that I can necessarily see myself doing for the rest of my life. I got to a point where I was very confused. I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do. I really had a lot of interests, and I still have a lot of interests, but I couldn't really narrow it down to a point where I knew, okay, this is the one thing that I really, really know that I want to do. About 3/4 the way through my culinary program, I couldn't finish. Something happened with my financial aid, and it wasn't due to my grades. It was due to something that I had on my credit, which I may go into detail about later on, but I had, and I'm still going through, identity theft. So it made it very hard for me to get another student loan. So without another student loan, I could not finish culinary school. So here I was, 3/4 of the way through my culinary program, and I couldn't finish school. And not only that, but at the same time, I had this feeling that I just didn't want to do that anymore. So had I finished anyway, it's still, I wouldn't say it would have been a waste, but it kind of would have been a waste because I spent all this time in culinary school, and I come to a place where I didn't even want to do that anymore. I had gone natural September 2008, and it was close to the time when I had stopped my culinary program. And I remember researching stuff about natural hair, about hair in general. I got really heavily into makeup, and I remember just being so happy when I was researching these things. I would memorize things about hair and makeup. I would love to talk to people who would approach me about natural hair and ask me questions. I would love to answer questions. I would just love to talk about hair, period, even if it was someone who didn't have natural hair. If I would go to a beauty supply store or anywhere that had hair stuff. I would be in there for hours looking at the ingredients, researching ingredients on my phone. When I got home, researching it on a computer. Talking to people at beauty supply stores, talking to the owners, asking them what type of products would they recommend for certain things that were going on with your hair and why. And I would go home and research it myself, and I began to be kind of an expert in my own right as far as different products and what they can and can't do to and for your hair. And I just remember just enjoying that. And then I would look back on when I was younger, and I would play in my godmother's hair. My mom let me play with her makeup, so I would always do makeup on my mom's face. My godmother's mom would let me roll her hair at night when I would go and spend nights over there. And I used to also, with my allowance, when I was probably between the ages of 10 and 12, go to the dollar store and buy false nails and actually charge girls in the neighborhood that I lived in. I lived in an apartment complex, so I would charge girls in the apartment complex $5 to get false press-on nails and for me to paint them and do whatever crazy little designs I could do with the nail polishes that I had and markers. So I just remember always really loving what I didn't know at the time was cosmetology, hair, makeup, nails. I started getting really into skincare because my skin is acne prone. I've been breaking out since probably beginning of high school, and I never really understood why. When I went to the dermatologist, they really could never tell me. I really didn't feel like they were much help, and nothing was working for my skin. So I started really getting into natural products, natural hair products, and I'm still a work in progress. My hair is still a work in progress. My skin is clearly still a work in progress, but it's so much better than it was before because I took the time to do the research, ask the questions, experiment on myself. And this is when I really started to realize that this is something that I loved to do, and that what better career would it be for me to be able to do something I love to do on an everyday basis. I read up on this stuff every day, and it just made sense. And I remember someone telling me in the past, the things that you're interested in as a child are probably the things that you should go into as an adult, because if you like them as a child, then when you go into them as an adult, you'll always keep that childlike innocence about your job because you'll actually like what you're doing. So it just made sense to me. I prayed on it, and it's been 3 years due to identity theft that I've been trying to get back into school. And I always knew that God will bless me with the opportunity to go back to school when it was in His timing. I used to be so frustrated. Why I just really want to go back to school. I know I'll get it right this time. I'll do 100% my best. I know this is what I want to do. And the opportunity just wouldn't present itself. I would keep pushing, keep trying. And they say if you really want something, God needs to see you pushing towards it. And I've been going at it since 2008, trying to go to cosmetology school. I've been accepted into Aveda twice. One time in Florida, when I first moved to Atlanta, I got accepted. And both of those times, I just couldn't go because the financial aid and the student loans just weren't available to me. Like I said, I'll probably go more into detail about this in another video. But everything works out at the perfect time, what is meant for us to work out. I have a job that's super flexible. I work in a church, so they are so understanding with me going to school, and they work with my schedule so that I can still work. My financial aids and student loans started to line themselves up, and I got accepted into Aveda for the third time, and this time I was able to get everything with my financial aid approved. It was such a hard, long road to get to this point, And if anything else, if nothing else with this video, I just want to encourage anyone that I can. If you have a dream and it feels like, I hope maybe you guys have heard the term or the phrase when there's a horse and there's a carrot dangling from the horse's face by the person that's riding him, and you feel like, well, every time the horse would move forward towards the carrot would move because the carrot was on a string. So I look at myself as that horse, and the carrot was my dream, and the devil was riding my back with the stick and the carrot in front of my face, and I could see my dream and I could almost touch it, but I could never quite get to it. It would just keep moving as I would move forward. But I finally got to the place where the devil was no longer riding my back, and I had God 100%, 1,000% on my team, and he made it so that I could finally grab that carrot. I just really want to encourage anybody who has a dream and they feel like it's just dangling in front of their faces and they can't quite touch it, to just trust God. And I promise you, I assure you, that even if it feels like you're waiting for months, years, that God will make it possible for you to grab that dream when he knows that you are ready to receive, all the things that we pray for and we want. And a lot of times we don't understand that. You know, I look back and I say, maybe if I had been given this opportunity a year ago, I might not have appreciated it as much as I appreciate it now, because I've had to wait and work so hard for it. And God said, okay, you've worked hard enough. Now it's yours. It's kind of a little off topic from why I want to go to cosmetology school, but that's part of how I got there. And the why is because this is something that I have loved since I was a little girl. And when I got back into it as an adult, I realized how much that love for it was still there. And that was a love that I didn't have for the culinary arts. Just the field itself has always been a deep part of my heart. I enjoy learning about it. And I think that's how you know when something is right for you. So I will be attending Aveda Institute of Atlanta beginning in October of this year. So I'm really excited. I just can't wait for school to start. I am so anxious, and I just know that my first day of school is just gonna be one of the most exciting days of my life, because I'm finally there, and I'm gonna give it 120% my everything. No doubt about that. What I plan to do on this channel is to vlog about my cosmetology school experience, and hopefully I get to bring my camera to school some days, take pictures, take video, interview teachers, interview students, give you guys more of an insight on what cosmetology school is all about, and also give myself a memory book, because I really don't have pictures from elementary school that I took myself, or video. I don't have anything like that from high school. I have a couple pictures from when I went to culinary school, but not many. I don't really have things that I can look back on and remember my time in school. And since me going to school now, going to cosmetology school is just so important, I really want to take something that I can actually look back on and see my journey unfold, that I can look back on later. Maybe if I'm going through a hard time, if there's a hard test, or classmate is bothering me. We all know that things like that happen when you're in school. I can look back and say, wow, look how far I've come, you know, to just give up now. So I also want to share that with you guys because I know there's a lot of people who are thinking about or are already in cosmetology school, and maybe they need something that they can look at and say, wow, maybe I really do want to go to school for cosmetology, or yeah, I shouldn't give up, someone else understands what I'm going through, because I don't see a lot of videos like that here on YouTube. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's already subscribed to my channel. Thank you to any new subscribers that I might get in advance. Thank you guys, and I welcome you along with me on my journey through cosmetology school. And I do plan on doing a video. Someone asked me to do a video about the products that I use on my hair. I still am going to do that next, actually. And I'm going to do a video about the easiest ways to apply for and choose a cosmetology school to go to. Because I don't see a lot of cosmetology school journeys here on YouTube. Matter of fact, I don't see a lot of journeys through school, period. So I'm really excited to be doing this because I know it can possibly help someone and help myself along the way. So that's it. That's all I had to say. Thank you guys for watching, and God bless you all.